Great.
All right, welcome to the
Well,
stream.
thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started playing this game. I'll just post the link right into chat there. And I'll get started with actually playing it. And do you go by Davy Fox, or is it, how do you say your name?
It's actually Davi,
Davi.
but you can call me David. That's fine.
I had a feeling it was Davi. It just depended on the root language.
Yeah, I'm Brazilian, so
Okay,
it's pronounced Davi here.
Davi. Am I
But
saying it
David's
right?
fine.
Okay.
Yes.
I do my best to try to pronounce people's names correctly, but I know that with my native English speaking, the accent isn't always correct. But yeah, so thank you so much for joining me today. And is there anything I should know about the game, or am I good to just controls are right here? We're just moving around. I see. Did you add the level skip in the post jam version?
No, in the actual Jam version, I put it there because sometimes people get stuck in a particular level and just put away that make people don't get stuck and could see everything.
No, that's a good call. All right. Let me go ahead and full screen this. Here we go. So,
You can
go ahead.
you can press F for full screen. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
there we go. Okay, so I'll get started with the questions then. How did you decide on what you're going to make for the jam?
Green? Oh, sorry, what?
How did you decide on what kind of game you were going to make for the jam?
I spent like 4 hours trying to think of something that would fit the theme, and I almost gave up because the only thing I could think about was some mechanic involving a string or a rope of some kind, and I really didn't want to make a game like this because I didn't know how to code that.
Mhm.
And so I tried to think of something else, and uh, I guess it just came to me. I started to draw in a piece of paper and try to find something that would fit the team, and it just came to me. I don't know exactly why.
Nice. I think that a lot of people went with the idea of just like two things that are tethered together with a string. So I'm glad that you were inspired to create something different to that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, as Dr. Tronic is mentioning,
I
the
think
ropes. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, I think one thing that helped me was that I had to go outside for a while, and I don't know, just seeing the streets and uh, getting out of the house for a while kind of helped me to think of something else.
Nice. Yeah, I think that's always a good idea if anyone has the time to do it. Um, as Dr. Tronic is mentioning, yeah, probably the theme logo having the chains in it made a lot of people think of that first and foremost. But anytime that you can get out to go for a walk, find someone to talk to about it, you're gonna have a much better brainstorming session. So, yeah. All right. And then, what was your development process like for the game?
Developing process, it started as soon as I got the idea,
Mhm.
and I've been participating on many game jams. This is my third GMTK actually. So I I have like a some 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 things that I that are already done. Like menus and level transitions, because the jam actually uh, permits but is it permits the word? I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, I would say.
That allows the game actually allows you to have a some of the code ready for the game. So I just had the time to focus on the actual mechanic of the game. You know, I didn't have to worry about levels and transitions. That was already pre-made, and
Yeah.
I started to add the functionality of the movement.
Mhm.
It was the first thing I did. You know, I made the little square face on a sprite and started to create the grid movement. And when I get this done, I when I got it done, I started to implement the the winning condition where you have those squares when you have to put the blocks in the right position, the right shape. And after that, I implemented those hopes. That was the most annoying part of the programming process. 'Cause I got really stuck in how to spawn in the correct position and how to make it work the way I wanted.
Yeah, the the holes that I'm getting stuck on this level right now, but you know, I never get very far in these puzzle type games when I'm on the stream. That's fine. All the more reason that people could try it for themselves. Okay, so do you think you can recommend a useful shortcut or a clever hack in the Godot engine that would be helpful to others?
Okay, I think the I think you can like have pre-made stuff, you know, like a base project for your games. You know, like the I think it's what I was studying earlier. I have this whole menu and settings menu and level transitions already made, so you can focus on the game. Because when you have like 3 hours to finish your game and you run like crazy and trying to make everything work, and you have that stupid bug in the menu that breaks the game and you have to go and fix it. I think if you get rid of that part of that boring part of the that every game has to be, you get more time of actually developing the gameplay. Because I, I think that really helped me this time because I got to spend all the time I had to just focus on the actual game and the levels and web design and testing. Testing is really important, but I know that in a short time, like in a game jam, it's hard to do. But I sent like to 3 different people to test the game. They gave me feedback right away. That really helped me too as well.
Nice. Yeah, I know that testing is not something everyone has time for in the context of a game jam, but it really shows which games had the capacity to test them, and it really helps with your like level progression and your like level of understanding of the game itself. Like there are some things that you have in your head that make sense to you, but you need someone else's feedback. You need to see what it's like to have someone else try the game to know how successful you are in teaching the players how to actually like effectively communicating what is in your head to the players so they understand how to play the game.
So true. Uh, I think this is one of the, if not the most hard thing that I find making jam games is that I, you spend so much time playing over and over the same level. You know, you make like the first level and you starting like adding things on top of it, like better graphics and the music and sounds, and you're playing that level over and over again alone in your room. So you are like the best player in the world of your own game. So when you give to someone to play, and you realize that the game is not as easy as you thought it was, that is something to worry about in the gym. So if you can somehow just send it to a friend or someone to play the game, and you can watch them play, it's very very helpful.
Yeah, absolutely. As Dr. Tronic is saying, seeing someone play your game is absolutely invaluable feedback. But to mention to your point earlier about having like a ready-made version, like some assets that you can sort of pull out of the box and just have that set and ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea and something that more people should take advantage of when it comes to doing the
Yeah,
GMTK
absolutely.
Jam specifically, because there is that mention of, the majority of the work should be done during the jam, but
Yeah,
like level transition systems and menus and like audio adjustments and controller support, like that's all stuff that you can use pre-existing code to like take care of out of the box, and then you don't have to worry about redoing that when you have only 48 hours to make the game.
yeah, sure. I
All
think
right.
that if the jam allows it, then why not, right?
Exactly.
But save yourself some time and headaches.
Yeah. I'll remind everyone in chat, if you have any questions, please feel free to post them and I'll pass them along to our guest here. But yeah, as Dr. Tronic is saying that with regards to feedback, you can see where people get stuck, and that's something you can't necessarily get from comments. It's more useful to actually have someone. So you mentioned that you got feedback on your game. Did you actually get to watch someone play it, or did you just have them like talk about their experience after trying it?
Yes, I got to watch my mom play. It was like the first game that she ever beat it. I think in her whole life. I called her and asked her to play the game, and watch the whole thing.
Nice.
Really helped me. Really helped me, because I knew if someone that never actually played games before understood the mechanic, I think it was in the right path.
Yeah, that's a great call. Um, all right. So, do you have any other plans for the game going forward?
Yes, I do. I'm actually developing a level selection screen,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to make a bunch of levels, and I intend to add new mechanics too, and release like a version for Android devices, so you can play them. You can download it on Google Play, and I and these updates I'll be launching on HIO too.
Nice. All right, yeah, because I saw that you had a post-gen version of it, and I'm glad to hear that you have plans for the game beyond just a post-gen release. So, yeah, if anyone has any questions from chat, now is the time to post them. But otherwise, I'll just ask, do you have any other shout-outs to other people or projects that you'd like to mention?
From this gem specifically.
No, it can be any project that you'd like to give a promotion or any person that you'd like to give a shout out to.
I think I have one that I participated last year in the low res gem 2020, and there is this particular game that I just found out to be a genius, and The name is Pants. It's a kind of point and click adventure. I think you can say that, and it was made for the low res jam of last year. It's Pants. It's a very clever game, very uh, interesting, and it's amazing how the developer did it in so little time.
Nice. Do you have a link to that game?
See here, yes, I will send you to.
All right. And that's actually perfect timing because I just finished playing the game.
How many moves did you?
724. I feel like that's not very good.
It's actually very good. It's actually pretty good. I know people that got like 2,000 something.
Oh my goodness.
That's
Yeah.
actually pretty good.
Okay, well, I'm very glad to hear. I don't necessarily do very well. I don't usually, as I said earlier, I don't usually finish these games, much less like complete them with any kind of competency. So I'm glad that that worked. All right. Well, that's pretty much perfect timing. I'll go ahead and open up. So this is Pants, the game that you were mentioning for the
it's great.
low res jam. I'll go ahead and repost a link to that in chat. And I guess so what else do you plan to like add to the game for the release version? Are you going to add like other features or like puzzle elements? Do you want to talk anything about that?
I intend to add more levels with the same mechanics. You know, more basic levels, just the movement mechanic, the simple movement mechanic, and then more levels with the the broken floor and the holes. So, and after adding more levels with these mechanics that are already done, I intend to add new mechanics. One that I was thinking about was like a rotating one, like can like rotate the shape that you already made, or maybe something with layers. You can put one block on top of the other, or maybe some I don't know. I'm going to, but I'm going to add new types of blocks or behave different and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, Dr. Tronic is asking, was the music made during the jam?
I suppose I made the music too.
Did you make the music during the game jam or before?
During the game jam.
Okay, nice. Sorry, I think your mic just cut out slightly, so I couldn't get a clear answer. But yeah, because it is like the perfect vibe for this kind of game. And then Dr. Tronic goes on to ask, what did you make the music in?
Use Ableton Live.
Yeah, I had a friend who used a lot of Ableton Live, so I've heard of the program before, but I've never used it myself.
Yeah, it's great. It's really great. You can make everything in Ableton.
Nice.
I just bought like this MIDI controller, and it's so much fun just to open up open up Ableton and go crazy and I was like in this lo-fi vibe. I was listening a lot of lo-fi music, and I wanted to make something of this, something similar to the game. This kind of sleepy vibe. And I think the lo-fi worked with the game.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
I think, as I said earlier, it's like a perfect fit for what we've got here. Yeah, and Dr. Tronic is agreeing as well. In terms of some suggestions, if I may, for the post-gem or for the actual like release version you're working towards, I think it would be neat to have the ability to freely select which level you're trying, so that if you complete a level but you think you can go back and do it in fewer moves, then you can, like, you can see your best moves
That's
per
great.
level.
That's great because I actually implemented these today. uh, I I put a level selection screen, and you can see uh, the best run you have in each level, and it has like a star system.
Mhm.
'Cause if you beat the level with the less amount of movements that's possible, you'll get a little star indicating that you did like a perfect run of that level.
Nice.
And I'm also going to add a undo button. That's something that everyone was telling me that I should implement in the game. Do this soon as well.
Yeah. I had a feeling that, yeah, an undo button is a pretty common request for puzzle type games, especially because you can just make like a simple mistake of like, oops, I didn't mean to do that, and now I have to do the whole level again. And none of the levels are like very long, but I would say the games that don't need an undo button are the games that you can complete in like 5 or 6 moves. Games where you can be doing like several moves. You want to give people that, like, at least the ability to undo like once or twice. Or it's really appreciated if you can support more than that, but it isn't always practical. All right, and then the only other thing that popped into my head as something that you could add to the game would be a type of block that like spawns new blocks. So if you like push a button somewhere, then maybe it spawns in an extra block. So if you have blocks that you're losing over time, then maybe this could be a way to get them back, or you have to spawn in the right amount to make yourself long enough and then destroy them as you go. You have to decide how many that you need to spawn. Something like that. I can see a couple puzzles involving that sort of spawning block.
Thank you. I haven't thought about it.
Well, I'm sure you'll come up with a whole bunch of different types of, puzzle elements to this game. It really lends itself to a lot of different, different kinds of tile and movement and manipulation. So, but yeah, if you do ever just want to chat about that sort of thing, then please feel free anytime to reach out and we can have a conversation on Twitch.
Great. That's good. Thank you very much.
All right. So thank you so much for joining me here tonight. And let me see. Oh, and then Dr. Tronic is mentioning that maybe even a little bit of character customization could be fun. Either hats or maybe colors or something to customize the blocks.
That wasn't something that I thought about. That it's really nice to hear.
I think that's something that people on mobile would appreciate, especially.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, and I really want to make this mobile version so people can play. Like, I think these kinds of games work well on mobile, because you can just like take and play at a single level and put it in your pocket and then play it again when you're waiting for something, or it's a fast, it's a small session.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say, like, even though the control scheme would work well on mobile, I would definitely recommend focus on your itch.io release first and see how that goes. Because, mobile is this endless ocean of games that are coming out, and unless you had plans on making this free in some way and then supporting it with microtransactions. Like, you can release a game on Android pretty easily, but it's tough to release a game and have it recruit the amount of effort that you put into it. So I would say build it first and foremost as an itch.io release, see how that goes, and then if there's still a lot of interest in the game, then see about adding a mobile version.
Good advice. Because I actually have two other games released on Google Play Store.
Yeah.
And it's just so difficult to get, the revenue back with ads. These two games I have in Google Play Store, they both have ads, like banner and interstitial ads, and it's the amount of money you got back from those ads is just not very very reliable.
Right. Exactly. So that's why I figured this will do, plenty well on itch.io with a polished release. It could be fun because I know that lots of people made these types of like shifting block games. I wonder if you could all go into a bundle together. I know there's a user on our Discord you could maybe talk to about that, because everyone has a slightly different approach to the formula. So anyway, but yeah. Thank you so much once again, Davi, for joining me on the call today. I really appreciate hearing about the development of Sleepy Blocks, and I look forward to seeing what you come up with down the line.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. That's great. It was like the first interview that the first time that someone asked me for an interview. Feels pretty good.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
So. All right. Thank you.
And you got my name right.
Okay. I was so worried. I was like, I think I said it right, but it's been a while since I said it because you told me at the beginning of the call, and
you got it right.
Okay.
Got it right.
Good. All right. Well, have a good evening, and hopefully get to talk to you again soon.
Okay, me too. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.